The observation deck. I'll build you an observation deck. Not a fantasy mansion, not a diamond ring. A piece of wood, screws, a railing. Place where she could look at the sky. I told her I would build her an observation deck. Not as a joke. Not as some random idea that would disappear the next day. I meant it. I could already see it before a single piece of wood was cut. Where the chairs would go, where the lights would hang, where the sky would put on a different show every night. Our own little mansion in the sky. Maybe not the kind of mansion most people dream about. No marble floors, no giant rooms, no expensive decorations meant to impress people who walk through the door. Just a few pieces of wood, a few screws, a couple chairs, and a view. But somehow, that felt more extravagant than anything money could buy, because the value was never in what it was made of. It was in who it was built for. It was in the thought behind every detail. The angle of the sunset. The little things nobody else would notice. The pieces of yourself you leave behind when you build something for someone else. Because that's what made it special. Not the size, not the cost. The fact that someone cared enough to build it. So I started planning, measuring, thinking, building it in my mind long before my hands will ever pick up the first board. I imagined the conversations, the laughing, the quiet moments between songs, the kind of silence that doesn't feel empty, the kind of silence that means someone else is there. But sometimes life changes before you finish building what you started. Sometimes the future takes a different road. Sometimes you're left standing there holding the blueprint to something that was supposed to belong to two people. And you have to decide what it means now. Is it a reminder of what you lost? Or proof of what existed? I choose proof. Because I'm still going to build that observation deck. Not because I'm waiting. Not because I think a hammer and nails can bring back yesterday. But because some promises deserve to be real. Even if they become real differently than you had imagined. Because that idea came from a beautiful place. And beautiful things don't have to disappear just because the story changes. The playlist still exists. The strand still existed. The song still played. The door still opened. And now, something new gets built. Sometimes people leave behind more things you can put away in a box. Sometimes they leave behind a direction. A small mark on a map. A reason why one ordinary corner of the world suddenly matters. She left behind something different. A reason to create. A blueprint, an idea, a little mansion in the sky. One day, I'll finish it. I'll sit there as the sun goes down. Maybe the playlist will be playing. Maybe I'll remember exactly why the first board was placed. And maybe the chair beside me will be empty. Maybe it won't. But either way, that little mansion in the sky will exist. Not because everything worked out perfectly, but because some things are worth building anyway. I started drawing this when I thought we would sit here together. I'm finishing it because that moment still deserves somewhere to live.